Is this Rita? 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 Right here. Rita. go to the Miami airport, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Southwest.
Okay.
I see you still jamming.
Yeah, man, the music keeps me going. With some nicotine and caffeine.
And that's why I don't understand. They don't want us to listen to it at work, you know, in a factory. They don't want us to have no earbuds on and stuff. But they tell you that, yeah, listen to music is, you know.
Makes the time pass.
Yeah.
It's not making time pass. What it does is it makes you focus. I mean, at least for me, it makes me focus. It makes me pay attention to something. Music just keeps you focused, I think.
Right. Being all in your work and stuff, and, you know, but I see how you can get very distracted.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up with conversation if there's no music either. If there's music, people are listening, they're not talking. And talking is distracting.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the factory, but in the...
Oh, it is.
On driving on the highway, it is.
It is.
whenever I do one, oh, that's sweet. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate you.
Whenever I start with a passenger group, I always finish with them.
Good. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll know next time.
You're gonna cruise again every year?
Every year.
If you save $10 a day, wow, look at all those people waiting to get on.
Yeah.
If you save $10 a day, you can afford to cruise every year.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Save $10 a day.
Right.
Do you ever cruise?
$70 a week. No, but I used to work on cruise ships.
Oh.
Yeah. I want to go on that Virgin ship. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I want to go on there.
That might be my next one.
it's all restaurants.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You make a reservation for the restaurant, and then you go to the restaurant. A lot of people don't like that, but I like that.
Oh, I would like that.
I don't want to stand at a buffet. I want to sit down and have somebody serve me, and I want to know that I already know what I want. So you basically make reservations, and then you order what you want on the app, and then you just show up. They got your table waiting for you. They serve you.
Fancy.
So a lot of people don't like it, but I like it.
Yeah, then you
There's like
ain't gotta
and there's
worry
like
about anybody
and there's like
touching
21 restaurants on the ship.
them. Ooh.
They all serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so you can choose which ones you want to go to for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
But it's included though?
Yeah, everything's included. There is some upcharges if you want to get some signature stuff on the menu. Like I don't know exactly, but if you wanted some things on the menu, it'll say how much money it is. So everything is included except some maybe some steak and lobster. I don't know.
That'd be worth it. It's probably a little bit more though, isn't it?
It is more one of the more expensive ships.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I might have to save $20 a day.
No, you could do it for $10 a day.
$10?
Yeah.
Once I retire, I need to get working more into all these ships and stuff. And that way I can tell my clients that this right here, what this,
Every time you come, you kind of can save money too, because you realize how much money you spent doing certain things. So if you do it a lot, every time you come to Florida, you should save more money than the last time you came, because you realize what you wasted money on that you shouldn't. And then the next time you come, you don't waste your money on that.
Right. Oh, see, I did pretty good at the casino, and then I had drinks the whole time I was there. I didn't even get the drink package, and I'm glad I didn't, because all my drinks in the casino was free.
That's great.
For getting all the points. And
That's
stuff.
great.
So I know what to do next time.
Did anything out of the ordinary happen on the ship?
Yeah.
Any fighting?
Yeah. Somebody said that in
By the pool?
No, they said in the comedy club, I think.
Oh, really?
That somebody got in to it and they got put out. They was fussing, talking about they spent a lot of money on this and stuff, and yeah.
I think somebody got raised.
what happens is at night,
Mhm.
the security guard walks the dogs up and down the hallways, and then if the dog smells weed from the cabin, the dog sits down. And then what happens is then they wait for the excursions to happen, and then they go in your room, and then they look around your room because they know it's in the room. They know you're not going to bring it off the ship because you can't get it back on the ship. So whatever people smuggled on the ship, they're going to leave it in their cabin, and then you can get arrested or you get in trouble. So that at night the dogs are all walking around smelling.
And there's one couple, I guess. Some guy brought this woman a drink, I guess, and her boyfriend or husband didn't appreciate it.
Oh.
So he got to calling her all kinds of names and stuff. Yeah.
In the casino?
That's she was telling me about it. She was like, what
Yeah, you shouldn't be going on a cruise ship looking to meet somebody. That's not really where you go to meet somebody. But a lot of people, you're drinking, there's music, right? People aren't used to drinking and going out anymore when they're older. So when they do it on a ship, it reminds them of how it was when they were younger and meeting people. But it's not really set up to meet people. And everybody's usually has a significant other when they're on the ship.
Unless sometimes they got the singles meet.
Virgin does that. Virgin actually has a singles cruise. It's a 4-day singles cruise. It's like $2,200. So it's kind of expensive.
So it's like a meet.
So a lot of people, mostly a lot of girls go, but unfortunately there's not a lot of guys that go. So you don't really meet the guy that you think you're gonna meet, but what it is it's a lot of fun because it's like 80% women. And the guys that do go I don't think that they're really the kind of guys that the girls are gonna want to go out with. It just turns into like a girls' cruise.
Yeah, but some girls are looking for girls.
Actually, the girls will get with the bartenders and everybody that works on the ship. They all hook up with the guys that work on the ship know it's a singles cruise, and they all wind up going with all the ladies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's customer service there.
Yeah. If everybody in the band, the bartenders.
Really?
Yeah. It's everybody that's a staff member, not the crew, the staff, the band, the magician, the DJ, the assistant cruise director.
Right.
Yeah, they're allowed to date. You're not allowed to go back to their cabin, but you can bring people in your cabin, but you can't go in their cabin.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the officers aren't allowed to be with the passengers, but the staff can, as long as you don't bring them back to your cabin.
So what about this celebrity cruise? Like not the celebrity boat ship, but the celebrity
There's a celebrity cruise. I never heard of that.
like famous people.
Oh, I never heard of that.
They got what is it? Some of them is like a comedy cruise. They got comedy cruise.
Oh, maybe they do
got
that.
Rhythm and
Yeah, maybe they do that. Yeah, I don't know.
blues.
Yeah, like a lot of times, like the Commodores might be there. You
Yeah.
mean like that, right? Like the
Right.
Temptations and all that.
Right.
Yeah, I heard about them. They're really just acts, and then the acts are so big that they promote it as a celebrity cruise. But it's really just there's a talent agency, and the cruise decides if it's a week itinerary, and a lot of people don't want to go on it. They'll book a kind of like an act, right, to be like the headliner on that ship, and then they'll promote it. So a lot of people that want to go like to line dancing, let's say, sometimes they'll do a line dancing cruise, and then they'll hire a female country singer that people know. They'll do it with disco, they do it with rock cruise, hard rock cruise, metal cruise, Motown
this
cruise.
ain't real people, the real deal.
Yeah, I mean they are, but a lot of times they're kind of has-beens. You're not going to get someone that's kind of currently touring to be on the ship. It's kind of when they're washed up a little bit. They're still famous. They're still famous. It's just that they've had their day.
Oh,
So the celebrities, a lot of times when they get older, even at our casinos, we have casinos in Fort Lauderdale and Miami, and sometimes who plays there? Keith Sweat.
right.
mean, who else? Johnny Gill,
Yes.
Eric Levert.
Oh yeah, you talking now.
Well, those guys, right?
Mhm.
Where are they going to make money, right? They go and they
Yeah,
get the
that's-
casino. The casino pays them to perform in the casino in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Yeah.
So it's not like they're booking Beyonce or Rihanna.
No. And those acts, a lot of times, even though they were famous back in the day, they were only famous for a couple of years, right? So they still want to make money, and they're still allowed to sing their songs. I think Teddy Riley also. Teddy Riley does DJ shows at the Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale. Teddy Riley DJs there on Hip Hop Night because he lives in Miami now. So sometimes you don't even know it. You're in the nightclub in Fort Lauderdale in the casino, and Teddy Riley's DJing. You hear all his music. He's playing all music. Yeah. So a lot of celebrities do go and do work in casinos when their kind of career is kind of over, and
Right.
then since the cruise ship is a casino, really floating casino, that's another place they go to make money. They also go to fairs, carnivals and fairs. If you have a world fair or something, right? They bring a temporary stage on a truck, and then they hire an act to go perform there to help people come there, and so people can be entertained.
I know Hammond, Indiana, they be having a lot of like Fantasia and Keith Sweat.
Yeah.
Some name, in Hammond, Indiana, casino.
I would like to see a concert at the Sphere in Las Vegas. You heard of that? I want to go to the Sphere in Las Vegas and see something there.
I didn't go inside of it, but you can't go inside, right?
I don't know. I know it's very expensive. It's like $800 a ticket or something.
Yeah.
Something crazy, but it's like a once in a lifetime thing just to be inside of that thing and see something going on. It's supposedly all video all around
Right.
and giant bleachers and speakers everywhere. I think it costs like $1 billion, a couple of $1 billion to build.
Yeah, I've seen
So
that.
I would like to see. I would like to go to the Sphere and see a concert. Something must have happened here with this tunnel all backed up like this. This isn't normal at this time. Must be an accident or something.
One time we came a couple years ago, they said they were having a convention and the tunnel would be congested.
Oh, yeah?
But that was a couple years ago.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be congested the other way, not this way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, coming in it's supposed to be congested, not going out.
Not going out.
really don't get trained in the cruise ship. They hire people that are very qualified. And I'm talking about the staff, not the crew. But when you're a staff member on the ship, you're already qualified. Well, most staff members are overqualified. And you don't really get paid a lot of money. You do it for the experience. So yeah, I mean, if you're a great dancer, somebody will come up to you and says, how would you like to be a dancer on the ship? If you're a great magician, or a great DJ, or a great fitness instructor, you got to be good looking, but they don't hire any ugly people. And you got to be kind of young. You got to be young, good looking, and talented to have somebody come and ask you if you want to work on a ship. Most people that work on ships, people recruit them. It's not like you go to a website and say, I want to work on a ship. Or it's not like you call human resources. There's headhunters that are in charge, mostly gay. There's actually a lot of gay men in that business. They're agents. And then they scout out people from all different walks of life and all different talents, and then they approach them and say, how would you like to work on a ship? And usually, they already looked at you and they already know that you're going to be great. They know the kind of entertainment that they want for their guests, and they'll just say, that's what happened with me. I mean, they'll just say, you want to go to work on a ship? Come on, let's go fill out the paperwork, and then literally the next week you're on a ship, and you can stay there as long as you want.
So what did you do on the ship?
I started out as a fitness instructor. I did it for 4 years. I was a fitness instructor, then I was a stage manager, then I was a DJ, and then I was an assistant cruise director.
Yeah, our housekeeper and some guy that walked around on the Lido deck bringing drinks to us. They just kept saying our names every single time we saw him throughout the day and throughout the cruise.
That's great.
I was like, what? Okay.
That's great.
It's like one time they look at your card and they memorize your name. But I know you gotta get
One thing about the ship, especially with the internet, they used to have cards that you filled out. And like back in the day, when you were sleeping, they would put a piece of paper underneath your cabin door. And that's when I worked there. That was the itinerary of what was going on the next day. So you would take the piece of paper, it would say 6 o'clock, walk around the deck with Lisa, right? And then all day, they would have things to do. Even if there was you were at the port of call, some people don't get off the ship, so they always have to have something going on for people that don't want to get off. But then, obviously, the internet, now everything is digital. But before that, they used to also put a comment card underneath your door on your last day. When you put your luggage out, they would put a comment card, and that comment card would say, how was, rate your housekeeper, 1 through 10, or rate the entertainment 1 through 10. And then obviously they would get filed away, right? And then eventually every couple of months or whatever, they would analyze it. And if you were constantly getting negative feedback, you'd get fired.
You gotta go.
You get fired. There's no warning or anything. So it's like that today. It's just that it's digital. It's digital.
Yeah.
So if a waiter or staff or crew gets more than one negative review, when you come back off the ship, they just say, get your stuff. They already got your stuff. They already went in your room and got your stuff. Because once you get fired from the ship, you're not allowed on that ship anymore. So the way you get fired is when you're off the ship, they go in your room, they grab everything, put it in a knapsack, and then when you come back on the ship, they don't let you on. They just stop there, and then they give you your bag, they give you a plane ticket, and then you got to go back off the ship, and wherever that ship is, you got to go. They give you money to go take a cab to the airport, and then you're gone. So you don't know when you're going to get fired when you work on a ship. You just know that if the chief purser is waiting at the gangway, when you come up and he's got a knapsack, somebody's not getting back on that ship.
Wow. Our guy was pretty good.
You see, the crew doesn't have a contract. The crew lives on the ship, and they send the money home. The staff, they have 6-month contracts where they work for 6 months on, and then they get 6 months off. And when they're off, they get half pay. if they want you to come back. So if you make $300 a week, you make $300 a week for 6 months every week, and then when your vacation comes, which is 6-month vacation, you make $150 a week while you're on vacation. If they want you to come back, and they do that because you'll get burnt out if you do it all the time. But if you're a housekeeper, or you work in the laundry, or you work in the kitchen, you don't get burnt out because you're not really dealing with passengers, and you don't have to be a personality, let's say, right? But anytime you're dealing with the guests, you can't be on point 365 days a year. Eventually, you're gonna have an attitude. You're gonna have a bad day. But you get kind of refreshed after 6 months. So they call it that 6-month vacation is very much needed, because that way when you come back, you're all excited to get back on the ship. But if you just never get off the ship, you're gonna eventually be miserable. You're gonna start being arrogant. You're gonna start being cocky, and they know that from experience. They would love to just keep everybody on and not have to pay people when they're off, but they've already tried that and they realize it doesn't work. So those dancers and all the band members and everyone that's so happy to see you and all fun and all that, they have 6 months to be like that, and then they go home, and then they come back. Sometimes on the same ship, sometimes on a different ship, sometimes on a different cruise line.
They got a lot of workers, a lot of workers.
Most of the workers are sleeping during the day, and then when you're sleeping at night, they come out and work. So if you ever popped your head out at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, you'd be surprised. All these guys come out from underneath the water. I mean, they live like below the water line. You know, there's no porthole where they live, and they're living eight in a room. You know, a big room, no bathroom. They got to go down the hall to use the bathroom.
In the room.
They made the crew. The crew guys don't live very good. They don't live very good. They don't even have their own bathroom and their own shower. It's kind of like jail. It's like jail. They have a whole deck that there's just a bathroom and a shower at the end of the hall, and there's all doors like this, and they're 8 in a room, 4 bunks.
Is it a male room and female room?
Yeah, females in one room and males in the other room.
Now, every once in a while, some of them are married, right?
Yeah, yeah,
To each other.
yeah. They're allowed to date. You're allowed. I dated girls that worked on the ship when I worked on the ship. Yeah.
Okay. Free food for the crew. Well, not just the crew.
Yeah, the
but
only
not
thing,
just
you
staff.
get everything for free, but the only thing is you got to tip if you want the housekeeper to do your laundry. So did you have to put your laundry in a bag and have somebody clean it for you, or no?
No, I did my own.
Yeah, because sometimes if you have, like when I worked there, they used to have a bag that you put your stuff in, you hang it on a hook right behind the door, and then when the housekeeper comes in and cleans your room every day, she'll take that bag, she'll clean it, and then at the end of the day, you come back and it's beautifully folded and everything. And that was a free service to the passengers when I worked there, but you would have to tip them. So what we would do was just tip. So everything was free, but I would give my the person that washed my clothes, I would give her money every week, and I guess I don't remember who else I would tip, but I definitely tipped the woman that was washing my clothes. Yeah.
What about your drinks? That kind of drinks, were they not free?
Yeah, no, the drinks weren't free for the staff, because you're really not supposed to drink, but you're allowed to drink with the passengers. So if the passenger buys you a drink, you're allowed to drink, but you're not allowed to buy a drink, and you're not allowed to offer to buy a passenger a drink. But when you're a staff member, lots of times people want to hang out with you, and they're offering to buy you the drinks, believe it or not.
Very interesting. How that works.
Of course, for different reasons, they try to recruit people from like the Philippines, Indonesia.
Those are the crew, not the staff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the staff are usually from England. The dancers are usually from England. The band guys everybody's usually from the UK.
Your dances are good.
Yeah, those dancers the shows and everything are Vegas style shows.
Yeah.
The same guys that do Circus Olay and that do Vegas shows, those same producers also produce for the cruise lines. So when they need a show, remember the headhunters, right? So what does the headhunter do when they need a show? They go to Vegas and they find the manager or the agent that put that show together, and they ask them, would you like to come work for Carnival and put a show together for us? And he says yeah, and that's how he gets money on the side. Yeah, nobody's breaking in that business. They're only hiring, like I said, they're hiring overqualified people to do all the staff work.
Smart.
Yeah, that's why it's so good. I mean, believe me, they've been in the business so long that they know what they're doing. It's unbelievable how well-oiled machine it is. I mean, even when I was working on the ship, I had other ships contacted me, wanted me to go work for that ship. So the ships actually looked for other people in other ships to come grab them and work for them.
Poaching them.
Yeah, they poach them from other ships.
So you did Carnival or did you do another?
No, I did a company called Costa and a company called Chandris. I think Chandris went out of business, which was a Greek cruise line, and Costa's still around. It's in the Mediterranean, Costa. I don't know if they do any. I don't know if they come out of America. I did it out of New York, and I was doing Mediterranean cruises around South, 47-day cruise around South America, through the Panama Canal. So we had lots of days at sea when I worked. It wasn't small. It was like 12 days up to 47-day cruises. There were Mediterranean cruises. Because I got recruited out of New York, so all the Mediterranean cruises leave out of New York. The Caribbean cruises leave out of Miami.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's horizontal, right? New York is horizontal with Europe, and we're right next to the Caribbean.
Okay. So which cruise line? I know it's all about which one you want. But which cruise line would you say would be above Carnival?
Will be what?
Above Carnival, like better.
I think Carnival's on the bottom.
Okay. So definitely Royal and
Carnival's the cheapest, right? The cheapest, and everything is kind of relative, except the staff. Because even if you work on a great ship, you still make the same amount of money if you work on a bad ship. So that's why that's how smart they are, right? So it's cheaper for you to go on a Carnival, but it's not that you're getting less of entertainment. You know what you are getting less? You're getting peel and eat shrimp instead of tiger shrimp cocktail.
okay.
You feel me with the difference of that?
Right.
A big bowl of peel and eat shrimp, right? Little peel and eat shrimp versus giant tiger shrimp raw, cocktail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where Carnival will save money compared to a more expensive ship. It's more the food, not the entertainment, not the DJ, the band, the shows. Those are all equivalent to the best ship to the worst ship. But how they really skimp is the food.
Right.
Somebody said when we went to one of the ports, we went to one of the got off. They said they had some big shrimp. They said it was huge.
What ship were they on?
This Carnival,
Okay.
we got off, and I don't know whether it was.
They had it at the port.
They had it at one of the ports.
Oh, at the
Well,
port.
not wherever we got off the ship at. It was I don't know whether it was Celebration Keys. No, it wasn't there. It could have been there, but they said they didn't get it right there. They got off.
Oh, it might have been.
Somewhere.
It might have been one of the restaurants, or it could have been when like a lot of the cruise lines have their own island, right? So when you go to their island, a lot of times they have buffets at the island, and that food is really good because that's island food. That's the food that comes from that area.
Right.
But the food that you're eating on the ship came in on an 18-wheeler the morning of the ship, right? So when the ship parks at 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, whenever it comes in, the 18-wheelers are waiting to unload the food for the next cruise. So you're really eating the food that's prepared in the States for the ship. But when you go to their islands, right, then you're eating the, really good fish, probably, right? The shrimp, I'm sure, is very fresh from the islands. So that's the difference. When you eat at one of their islands, the fish is probably really good.
Well, the food at Celebration Key was not good.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, it was not good.
Oh.
But that's owned by Carnival.
Yeah.
Well, I said the only way they could save money is the food, right? Sometimes the itinerary is a little cheaper. Like if you go to Key West and then go to Nassau, that's cheaper for them than if you went to Negril and Cozumel. So the itinerary, they save money too. If they're going to have a 4-day cruise, it depends how far it is, right? The longer the ship has to go, the more gas it has to use. And sometimes it likes to float. It likes to float out there to save gas. So Key West, Mexico, those are the cheaper itineraries because they're so close to Miami. As you get further from Miami, the ship has to waste more money, waste gas, waste more money, and have to charge more, have the passenger charge more. So the two ways that the ship saves money is on food and on the itinerary.
And if they float in the ocean instead of travel or whatever at the time, do they drop anchor? Or do
No, they never drank anchor. They had the computer, like say they can get from Miami to Barbados. They say they can get there in 6 hours, 5 hours. But the itinerary says that the ship wants to be there at sunrise, let's say, because they want everybody at breakfast to see the sunrise in Barbados. That's what they do. That's why you leave at sunset. When the ship leaves on purpose, it leaves at sunset. So when you're out on the deck waving, the sun's going down. It's like the best time to be on the water, is sunset, right? So that's on purpose. So what happens is, even though it could take 6 hours to get to Barbados, they program the ship to do it in 12 hours, so that way it gets there right when the sun is coming up, when you're ready to get off the ship. And they just program the ship to do it. The ship's run by a computer. They only actually operate the ship when they're docking and pulling away. But once it's at sea, it's actually operating itself. Yeah. And it's programmed on how long it's going to take to get to the next port of call. So when there's a day at sea, it isn't like it takes a day to get there. They're going like 5 knots, 10 knots. It's slow because that's a day. It's a sea day. They're taking their time. That means they're saving money in gas.
I was on the balcony last night.
Yeah.
And there was a ship lit up, real pretty, and it don't look like it was moving. So it probably wasn't moving, was it?
No, I mean it never drops anchor. But if it's sitting out there,
Just sitting.
they have propellers on the side, right? They have a propeller in the back, and they can just program it just to sit in one spot. They don't need to drop an anchor. The ship never drops. The cruise ship never drops an anchor, ever. Yeah. You know what the anchor is for? The anchor is for in case the system fails. Right? If the navigation system failed, right? And the ship was just out there with no ability to move. Kind of. Right? Actually, remember that the poop cruise? You heard of the poop cruise?
It was a disaster cruise.
Yeah, that was the Carnival Triumph, which is now the Carnival Sunrise, which was at Port Miami right now. Yeah,
To rename it.
they had to rename it. Well, anyway, they dropped anchor because that ship lost power. And if you don't drop anchor, that ship could float somewhere and crash into something, right? So the ship drops anchor when it loses navigational ability. That lost its engine or lost its navigation. It was unable to do anything, that ship. It was floating out there with nothing. So they had to drop the anchor.
They're technically not allowed to dump waste in the ocean.
But they do. They got to be out. They got to be out a certain distance.
Okay.
It's biodegradable. The toilet paper. That's why that toilet paper is weird, right? On the ship. Everything is biodegradable. So you're not supposed to throw anything down the toilet, they say, right? But everything that goes down the toilet goes out to sea, and it's okay because it is biodegradable. Actually, they say that's where a lot of the reefs come from. A lot of the cruise ship waste creates a reef. Wow, look at those people at the water park. Look at that. Wow. That just opened because it's only open in the summer.
So they can dump it as long as it's like in international waters.
Yeah, or maybe not international waters, but just a certain distance off the coast, and they do it where there's a reef, and that helps the reef because the fish live on the reef, and that human waste is good for the fish. It's good for the reef. Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Next time I'm gonna see them.
That's why a lot of
Not for real, though.
That's why a lot of people don't like crawfish and don't like shellfish because they're bottom feeders, and a lot of times that waste is on the bottom of the ocean. So a lot of people that don't like crawfish and lobster and any fish like that, a lot of people that's their reason why they say they don't like it, which is kind of silly. Yeah, man. Here we have stone crab. Only Florida has stone crabs. The best and most expensive crab. Stone crab. You only have it if you're in Florida. You can't have it anywhere else. Yeah. It's only in the winter down here. There's a famous place in Miami that's been open since the 50s called Joe's Stone Crab. They give you a bib when you go in, a cracker to crack the claw, the big fat claws like this. And they're like $15, $20 for one claw. It's the most expensive crab, stone crabs. People waiting out line on that restaurant. A lot of people come here every winter when they like they call them snowbirds. They come here when it's really cold in New York, and they spend their winters here. And a lot of them, that's where they go. Yeah. And they got a special sauce. I don't know what that sauce is, but if you Google it, what's stone crab sauce? I've never tasted the sauce that they make for that. I don't know what it is. It's got like horseradish in it or something. You said you're going to Southwest, right?
Southwest.
Southwest, okay. 17.
That sauce is amazing.
Yeah, if you Google what is stone crab sauce, it's probably, I would say it would probably be definitely some horseradish in there. I'm trying to think of what that. It's like a beige cream. It's so good. They charge you extra when you get stone crabs. They give you the sauce, and if you want another sauce, you got to pay extra, a lot extra, because they make that sauce, and that sauce is expensive to make. Might have some caviar in it or something, which is fish eggs. And when you eat stone crabs, it's only the right claw, not the left claw, because when they hunt them, they only can take one claw, because if you take both claws, you kill the crab. So you only take the right claw, so the crab can eat with his left and grow that claw back.
Oh, gross.
So sometimes you'll go to a restaurant and you'll see a left claw, and they'll sell it cheap. That's an illegal poached claw, and the restaurant can get in trouble. But this is Miami, right? So a lot of restaurants will sell the left claw because they were illegally obtained, illegally caught, meaning they killed the crab. They got the crab, they took both claws, they threw it back in the water. They sold the right the right claw to legitimate purveyors, and the left claw they sold directly to a restaurant that was willing to buy it. And he might make some stone crab soup out of it, which he wouldn't get caught, but every now and then he'll put the left in there and nobody would notice, and he made extra money by doing that. That's how the restaurant makes a little extra money. Most of them won't do that, but I've been to restaurants and I've noticed there's a left claw, but most people don't know, like what I know.
I wouldn't know.
Most people won't know that, right? Just take a picture of the side of the van,
Uh-huh.
and that's the website. And from the website, you can text or send an email. Yeah, take a picture of the van.
And we had this last year.
You want to go, honey? Go ahead. You want to go? Go ahead. Huh?
We had this last year. I don't know if it was our guy last year or not.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
A lot of people remember me, but I don't remember anybody. I'm not like that person on the
Yeah.
ship that knows people's names. I don't know how they do that.
I don't either. They just.
That's not the way my mind works.
I was like, man, they work for the FBI, so they know too much. You gotta memorize.
Just some people just got that, look, man.
I don't know. I always had that. My patients were like, you remember me? I'm like, no, I don't.
Every day I get a repeat customer every now and then, and they say, remember me? And I'm very honest, and I say no. But then they do say, well, of course not. He has so many customers. I think this is it. I think this sign is broken. This sign is supposed to say Southwest, I'm pretty sure. So let's just double check here.
But it is 17.
It was 17, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you out. Run inside and just make sure, and I'll start taking the luggage out. But I want you to make sure because it says Samsung. Maybe they moved the terminal. Just so I'm gonna open the doors. Just somebody go in there and just make sure this is the right spot. All right?
Yeah. They have no. They. Well, I don't know. They have to.
Just watch your head. Make sure you guys don't leave anything on that. Let's go this is Southwest. Oh.
K-band. K-band.